So last night we had our first coaching call with the 10 docs that are in the group. And the main thing that we were teaching on is, like, as chiropractor, our main addiction is to that yes, you know, to hearing people start care, to hearing people make the decision to invest in their health. And it's crazy because, like, the very first question that came up was this doc who transitioned to giving people actual recommendations, because originally the doctor was recommending 12 visits, which is nowhere enough to actually get people to make structural change. Yes, you could get people out of pain in 12 visits, but like if you're only focused on pain, then you're doing your patients a disservice, because the fact is that you want to make structural change so this issue doesn't just keep coming back. Like if you're recommending 12 visits, then people are going to feel as if you failed them, because in 12 visits you got them out of pain, but then the condition came back, and now you have to backtrack as to why this person's back in their original complaint. Like you're constantly having to resell that person to invest in their health. So they made the decision to make real recommendations, to recommend 24, 36, 48 visits. But then they started getting a lot more no's, because it's easier to get somebody to say yes to 12 visits than it is to get them to say yes to 24, 36, or 48 visits. And they mentioned how they started to panic and their team started to panic. And it made me realize, I didn't say it in the moment, but I started thinking about it. It's like, my team never panics from a decision that I made, because they know that they can trust me. They know, like, I have a proven track record as to all the decisions that I've made, even if obviously there's going to be an immediate dip because we're starting something new. But they know I haven't let them down. They know that, like, every decision I've made has been calculated and it is in the best interest of the practice. So I have their support. Like, I have my team's support. They're on my side. I feel as if they trust me. And if your team is doubting the decision that you made and they're, like, feeding into that fear, then that's a problem. Like, yes, you have that fear, and you should never let your team see that you're scared or that you're nervous about a decision, because if you're letting them see that doubt in your eyes, then they're going to begin to doubt. And there's so much more to it. You know, it's like, obviously, if you're nervous and now your team is nervous, the patient is going to sense that doubt. And then what was his immediate decision? He went right back to recommending 12 visits, because that's an easy yes. And at the end of the day, to me, is like being in integrity with myself. If I'm making a recommendation based off of a fear that I have of them saying no to care, then I'm not giving them an honest recommendation. Like, every time I recommend care to a person, I don't care if they can afford it. It's not up to me to figure out how they're going to afford that care. It's up to me to give them an honest recommendation, whether that recommendation be 48 visits and I'm telling them that they're going to be with me for the next 8 months of their life, and that they have to commit to their health and they have to be in there 2 to 3 times a week. It's an honest recommendation. I don't know how they're going to afford that care, and it's not up to me to figure out how they're going to afford that care. It's up to me to give them an honest recommendation, and it's up to them to make the decision to invest in their health and figure out how they're going to invest in their health.